was that? Okay.
You guys voting for?
Let's watch some Nick Shirley. See if if it's looking like Mom Donnie's gonna win the race, and then maybe we'll watch some of this food stamp craziness. Hola, Auntie.
For mayor.
We've gotten too comfortable not trying new things.
I have to write this. I had to finish
We
writing
should
this.
absolutely tax the rich.
They
I'm just
bribed
gonna
me
sit
$10
and watch
million to drop out.
Do you think Zoran's the future of the Democratic Party?
I think so, yeah.
That's why I'm voting Mamdani, because I'm voting for the guy who gave me the Lamborghini.
Today, I'm here in New York City, and today we're going to be asking New Yorkers who they're going to be voting for in their mayoral election. This is potentially the most important mayoral election in history. Right now, you have candidates like Zoran Mamdani, who's a self-proclaimed Democrat socialist, whose ideas sound a bit more like a communist than they sound like a Democrat. Right now, he's running on things such as government around grocery stores, freezing the rent, defunding the police, giving free childcare, and free public transportation with the buses. And then you have Andrew Cuomo, who has quite the track record with a lot of things. And then you have Curtis Sliwa, who's a New Yorker through and through, who's started.
If he wins, he's not going to get all that. He will probably get the free buses. A lot of cities are testing that out, the free buses and train systems and stuff. Great idea. Yeah, that's where the homeless people are going to live. Okay. Sorry, I'll play this.
Initiatives like the Guardian Angels to keep New York City safe. And so today we're going to be asking New Yorkers who they're going to be voting for. Right now, the lead is looking like Zoran Mamdani's going to win, but things might be shifting. So today we're going to be asking people who they're going to be voting for. And today we're going to be going from Wall Street all the way up to the Bronx, covering all of New York City, asking people who they're going to be voting for to get a real idea who's going to potentially win and what people have to say. Here we go. Who are you going to be voting for?
I'm not going to be voting for Mamdani.
And why not Mamdani?
Nobody ever heard of him since a couple of months ago. I never heard of him.
What do you think it says about people like Bernie Sanders, AOC, even the governor here is all backing Mamdani right now?
I don't get it. I think it's a scam.
Okay. Sorry, I can't read you guys when I'm writing. This is why these are the boring streams. You can ask any questions and I'll answer them. I don't know why I'm writing this in the notebook instead of just typing it. But I'm just thinking I got to write it quick. I can write faster with my hands. Okay.
am to New Yorkers.
And who are you going to be voting for?
I'm going to vote Republican.
Who are you going to be voting for?
Cuomo.
And why Cuomo?
Well, he was a good governor, regardless of some things people were saying about the nursing homes.
This is what the world's most advanced PC looks like.
Sexual harassment claims, they were disproved.
And are you worried if Mondami wins?
Concerned. Some of the things he's saying are terrifying. To defund the police is the wrong way to go. It's going backwards. We don't want that.
And ma'am, who are you going to be voting for?
Zoran.
And why Zoran?
Yeah, that's it. No Cuomo, nobody else. Zoran.
Yeah, and what makes you want to vote for Zoran?
He's young, is progressive, is for the community.
We're inside the financial capital of the world, New York City. Who are you going to be voting for the mayor election?
Definitely not Madani.
And why not Mondami?
I just go against his ideas, communal markets, and just against everything he goes against, everything he follows through,
You don't want a free government-run grocery store?
No, definitely not.
A lot of his ideas sound very socialist, very communist-like. Has it ever been proven to work in any major country?
Yeah, definitely not. You can see Soviet Union crashed in the 1900s. You see Cuba, horrible place to live at. You see Venezuela. Venezuela is a horrible place right now.
Who are you guys going to be voting for?
I'm not gonna lie, don't vote for Mondani, gang. Just be honest, don't do that. Feel me? If you want to do Curtis, bro. Curtis, because you feel me?
I definitely agree with him on the terms because of the way conditions are going right now, especially with like the shit with EBT. Like if everybody knows right now, none of us have food stamps this month. And this is taken away from a lot of families, so you get what I'm saying? And this is moving everything
So should
around.
less people rely on the government?
Yes.
Yeah. Just don't vote for Mondani, bro. Like, because he's trying to take away the cops and stuff from me, because without cops, I'm not gonna lie, I know they jerk sometimes, but they're doing their job. Feel me?
Who are you voting for mayor?
Mondami.
And why Mondami?
Why not?
Is there anything that gets you super excited about voting for Mondami?
I just think he's a really cool person, and I think he'll put New York City back on the map. And he is trying to do the right thing.
Do you think people should rely less or more on the government?
Oh, more. That's what it's there for. Otherwise, why have a government? I mean, to fill people's pockets.
Who are you going to be voting for the mayor election?
Cuomo.
Why Cuomo?
I think you have more experience and know the government system there.
Yeah, and I can tell you're a rich man right here. Would you be excited to pay an extra 2% on your taxes if Mondami wins?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter?
No, personally for me, it doesn't matter.
Because you already have enough money. Who are you guys voting for mayor?
For mayor?
Yeah.
We go for Mondani.
Really? And why do you guys want to vote for Mondami?
He loves Jews.
And how?
He loves Jews? Isn't he Muslim? I call bullshit to that. These are these damn Shylocks. They're trying to... Don't get me started.
How's he shown that he loves Jews?
Because he's our brother. He's Arab with Jews. He share the same father.
And in what ways has Mondami shows he loves Jews?
I didn't say that. He said that. I don't know. I didn't pay attention yet. I don't know yet what I'm going to do.
And who are you going to vote for?
I don't know yet. I voted for Cuomo in the primaries, but I don't know what I'm going to do now.
While we were down by the financial district, somebody said Curtis Sliwa is doing a press conference down here by Staten Island Fairleigh. He is one of the mayoral candidates here. We're going to try and do an interview with him right now. Really quick, Curtis, what's your elevator pitch to New Yorkers why they should vote for you?
Well, as you can see, I came out of the subways. I'm taking the ferry. I'm the mass transit mayor. That's the one thing that unites us. Most New Yorkers take the subways, the buses, the express buses, the speed ferries, or in this case, the Staten Island ferry every day. 6 million. I have a bond with them. Zoran Mondami occasionally, and Andrew Cuomo never, because he's too busy up in the suites with his billionaire friends. So I'm the working class mayor, and I represent their interests, even if they're not supporting me.
And a lot of people have wondered why hasn't Curtis dropped out, but why haven't you dropped out if people are worried if Mondami's going to win because you're going to split the vote and whatnot, but you're a Republican, and Cuomo lost to Mondami. Why won't you drop out?
Well, decisively, and by the way, they bribed me $10 million to drop out, and I said, oh no, it's not only unethical, that's illegal. So then they couldn't bribe me, so then they threatened to kill me and my wife. Now I have, for the first time in my life, armed security. After the Gottis and Gambino shot me with 5 hollow point bullets and I recovered in 1992, I never had armed security. Now I have to have armed security. So they think these billionaires, these insiders and influencers, they think they're going to pick the next mayor. Guess what? I trust the people. The people vote. That's what democracy is about. One person, one vote. And we'll see who they pick on November 4th, and I believe it'll be me.
Who are you guys going to vote for mayor?
I already did.
Who'd you
I
vote
did
for?
that last Saturday. I vote for, what's his name? Mandami.
And how come Mandami?
Because I figure we're done with Goombas, you know? We don't need it.
Goombas. We're done with the Goombas. What the does that mean? What's up, Marlon? All right, it's question time. Any questions you got to ask them. Otherwise, I'm writing. Author and co-founder. Is there a hyphen in co-founder? I don't care. I don't care. Underlying messages. But prosecuting the men. Bomb. Bomb. Sound effect. Bomb. Damn. Even feminists don't agree with you, boy. Boom.
Any more of them. And that's all the other choice was.
And who are you voting for mayor?
Siwa! Curtis! My son took a bullet for New York. What the f?
MedVet is 24/7 emergency and...
I don't know what that means. Siwa, my buddy took a bullet. What? What is he talking about?
Shot. Like, I never got shot up, but I could relate. Like, he's gritty, you know what I'm saying? Man, Donnie, he's like, I don't know, he's like slow. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. I don't think he get no bitches, to be honest with you.
I don't think he get no
100%. I'd take Cuomo over what's his name, Zoran? I would take Cuomo over him. You could even throw Eric Adams back in the mix for all that.
And Zoran Mandami says he's a Democrat socialist, but his ideas like government-ran grocery stores, free buses, free childcare.
The buses was free anyway. Anybody, that's how you know he not from New York. If you from New York, MTA is free. We do not pay for no MTA. We jump in turnstiles, we get it on the bus, back door, front door, it don't matter. So I don't know what the f he talking about. It's free. That shit been free.
So would that make him a communist in your eyes with all that free stuff wanting to give it away?
I mean, technically it's breaking the law, but they don't give a shit in New York. They're not going to arrest you for jumping on a bus.
Free bus rides.
It makes him a fucking idiot. The shit he's talking about we do anyway under any policy. That's not some monumental change. This shit been free. Anybody who's from New York knows MTA is free. We do not pay for MTA. What is it? $2.75 now? No, it's 0.0.
So that just proves that he's not a real New Yorker.
He don't know what the what the f everybody in New York knows MTA is free. And he think he doing something. That's common knowledge. If you vote for him and that's one of the reasons motherfuckers is voting for him, then you should be banned from New York. Like, you're just not sturdy here. That shit, nah. Curtis Siwa knows. If you ask him, like, maybe for the cameras, he won't say that because, you know, he got a job to do. He's trying to win. But New Yorker to New Yorker, he's going to tell you, yeah, that's free. Like, I ain't going to lie. I know that shit free. He done hopped that shit before. Like, come on, everybody done hopped that shit.
And now we're here by NYU. We're going to go ask the scholars here at NYU what they have to say and who they're going to be voting for the mayoral election. But really quick, before we go to NYU, I want to tell you guys about the sponsor of this video, Opus Clip. And what used to be just
okay, save that. More money when illegal. Good day, mate. What's up? Me, myself, and I. Me, myself, not. Me, myself, and not. Okay. I think we end that paragraph there. Enter tab. That's a good segue. That brings me to hope y'all still kicking. What do you think's gonna happen? Hmm. Mm-mm. Detriment? It's redundant. Why would I say the same thing twice? Are you not talking to me? I said hi. I said hola, auntie. Why would I not be talking to you? I'm deep in thought. It's a boring stream. I don't got much to say. You got to ask me questions, but no, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to you right now. But da 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 da. Probably because I had the video playing. Can you play your song or an intro? Shut up, me, myself, and I. Shut up. You have no attention
Just an
span.
AI clipper has now become using Opus, and it's helped generate over Kyo or you do all. It's essentially new AI.
I can use it, believe me.
This is going to hook you guys to probably have to say about where you
Build a website you love with Wix. For your words,
are voting for mayor.
Shorts and AI are destroying YouTube.
Oh, for mayor? Mandami.
And why Mandami?
We've gotten too comfortable not trying new things. It may not work, but we can say that we've tried, and I think
Like communism? We should try communism in New York. Great idea. Great idea. I'm listening while playing Battlefield. You play a song. Oh, shit. I gotta read this. My opponent is arguing for legalizing prostitution, which means Johns and pimps are legal, tax paying consumers of young, mentally and financially unstable women. Tax paying consumers of young, mentally and financially unstable women. What sort of effect do you think this would have on young men? All caps. Amazing. I'm here for it. Man's like, I'm down. Sign me up. Okay.
I think I like his proposals and his ideas. This isn't the first time we've not elected somebody with a political history, a legislative history, and it won't be the last, so why not?
I saw you sent that. I just haven't had time to listen to it yet or watch it. I don't know if anybody's going to want to do that, Auntie. We thought of this idea a long time ago just with James, but I don't think he really wants to do it.
Not try it out.
You say why not try it out? What's your favorite thing that you're excited to try out?
I think some of his proposals around rent and housing. I'm studying at the law school, and I did a clinic on tenants' rights and eviction. I think affordable housing is a really big issue.
Are you a scholar here at NYU?
Yeah.
And who are you voting for?
I think I'm gonna vote for Zoran. Yeah.
Why do you think so many young people are voting for Zoran?
I feel like he's the only one that's like coming up with like plans that young people have been like plans to help how the situation is in New York right now for young people. It's so expensive to live here, to even afford like to eat.
You got some matcha in your hand right here.
Oh yeah.
How much money do you spend on matcha here a day?
Almost $10, literally.
And with all these changes Zoran wants to make, who
the heck is a matcha? What's a matcha with you? Nothing. What's a matcha with you? Dang, this opening, I'm gonna fill 10 minutes easy, I think. I have a lot to write about this. What's the study about? See, it's not a pornography debate, it's a prostitution debate. But there's a study about pornography being as harmful to your brain as heroin. Want you guys see that? Is that Miss
who's going to
Pac-Man?
bring in the money? Are you going to pay more in taxes, or would you like to pay more in taxes, or would you be happy about more of your money going, or do you think we should just tax the rich extra more?
We should absolutely tax the rich. They need to pay their dues for what they have done to the working class communities and people. They should be the ones paying for majority of stuff. I am a student. I don't have like a full-time job, so I will not be paying taxes.
So we should just let other people pay our taxes.
I did not say that. I think everyone should, I guess, share their way of their taxes, but I believe the rich have gotten away with way too much, and it's time that they get taken down a few pegs. And that means if they got to pay more taxes, they should.
And what are you studying
I
here?
would love to be taxed. If I ever become rich enough, I would like to.
People need to say blah blah. He may not if he's afraid it's a joke. James? Yeah, I don't know. Need a way to connect with people who want to court. Well, there's tons of streams where they do stuff like that, but I don't know. I think it's kind of goofy. I would only do it as a joke. I ain't trying to have a real love line. A love line is different. We gotta get some of that sometimes in the late night hours. What are you talking about, Marilyn? Yeah, but I don't believe in Marilyn. Who are you attacking? Auntie's not even talking to you. Nobody's talking to you. What are you talking about? Who are you freaking out on? Go take a damn Valium, woman. Go to bed. Instead of finding a wife, they hide in the house, play video games, and rely on a monthly visit to the bunny ranch. Instead of building interpersonal relationships. I like that line. Um, I'm irritated with people having opinions. She's not even talking to you. She's talking about a dang show idea she has. Chill the fuck out, Marilyn. Auntie's not even talking to you. She's talking to me. Crazy, eh? How many words am I at right now? This seems bigger than normal. 546. So we're only a third of the way there. That's actually. No, I'd probably come in at like 8 minutes. Oh, you can't see her comments? Oh, okay. Well, then then I'll just start reading them if she's just randomly attacking you for no reason. She can't see you, so I'm not going to read your comments going crazy on her anymore, Marilyn. You gotta, if you want me to read them, you gotta direct the comment toward me. And it needs to be relevant to something in the world other than you being a crazy woman. Okay. So, nuclear. It's not actually spelled that way. If you're talking about the nuclear family, it's nucleus, so it's not the same. I think it's not spelled the same. It's kind of lame. Your brain self-polices. Why can't I draw a triangle with one hand and a circle with the other at the same time? Well, that may just be a skill problem, bruh. You find out. Triangle with one hand, circle with the other. How big do they have to be? Hold up. I did pretty good. That's what I did. That's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. That looks like a triangle and a circle to me. Shoot. What you talking about? I can do it. "80 IQ are the happiest among us, I reckon. I'm around high 110s, low 120s. Would gladly drop about 15. I don't know what Mr. Boogity is. This is what over 9,000 IQ looks like. So I didn't see it happen. I did it. I just did it. Do you think I had that prepared? I think you think I had a random circle and triangle drawn in my notebook? Okay, this was the less nuclear family, less families remaining intact. Some people don't like the word nuclear family. I gotta have an apostrophe after bussin'. Instead of finding a wife, they hide in their house playing video games and rely on their weekly visit to the bunny ranch, where they will pay $400 to $2,000 to spend some time bussing in a hooker instead of building interpersonal relationships. Had it prepared. I expect you could draw two shapes in 0.5 seconds flat. Oh, you're saying I just drew them with one hand? You can see I had two pens. Both hands were moving. It's different color inks. What you talking about? Dang. Okay. Both hands were in constant motion. There were. One time when I changed angles on the triangle, I got a little weird in my circle, as was evident in the picture. I don't know how I do this next part. Outcomes in the children. Maybe I'll leave that part out. What's the established ethos? What is it? Ethos, pathos, and what? Logos? Ethos, pathos, and logos. Which is the one that shows that you know what you're talking about? Credibility and ethics. The ethos. Ethos. A little ethos. To establish a little ethos. Blame societal tech changes for people's lack of interpersonal connection. The bro's been going to toots since the Bronze Age, then wrestled their boys after. Super interpersonal after clapping toots. No, talk about ethos, which is credibility and basically credibility and ethics. Ethics from credibility. Prostitution can certainly be a contributor. Porn is a big one too. Well, some people would argue porn is prostitution. The actress is a prostitute. I think what we kind of had to come down to so that you couldn't make stupid arguments to weasel out of it is once there's penetration. So the actress would still be a prostitute. But the guys watching it at home are not engaging in prostitution. No Ghostbusters in VI GURPS. I guess they're paying to watch penetration. So they are still engaging in it. Anyway. I don't know if I need to put this in there. I can pitch my generic campaign. It's almost Halloween. Okay, what's the campaign? Steve Jackson, grumpy fuck who's hilarious. GURPS, generic, universal, ROPGs. The level of temptation is so much higher these days. Badness is available to all comers. Yeah. Legalization doesn't make that any better. Hilarious and grumpy are my favorite archetype. Bro, this Florida weather is outrageous today. It was 55 degrees around 8 a.m. and won't touch a lick above 70 at peak heat. Outrageous. Isn't that awesome? That's like the best time of the year in Florida when it's actually nice weather. Dumb cold is 55 to 70? 55 to 70 is perfect. What are you talking about? That's day at the damn park weather. 55 to 70? What are you talking about? We're like 30 to 40 already. $55 to $70. It's stupid cold in Florida right now. Oh, y'all are crazy. So where's that from? Society in general. Okay. Are we done with the men? Trying to find studies on the harms of Did I say whore yet? Yeah, I did. Okay, what's Ryan Lopez saying? So we got missing ghost. It's almost Halloween. Why is that so uncomfortable? Awful cold. We've gotten the manifestation of ghost under control. Florida sounds crazy. Has your country? It's chilly but nice. 80 last week. Have that home that's haunted. We can help. And here we go. Ghostbusters International. I don't know what you're talking about, Ryan Lopez. Uh, feels like 110 degrees and 100% humidity means walking is now swimming. If you're in the sun, forget about it. You talking about the summertime? Summertime, the living's easy. Okay. I don't even like the springs when it's 100 out. It takes me forever to get adjusted. Oh, you suck. Swimming in some cold water? Swimming in some cold water is amazing. I love springs and mountain water, mountain meadows where it's cold up there. It's cold up there in the morning. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. Okay, my last argument has to be when you're arguing with like a utilitarian or a libertarian, you want to, especially an atheist, Unitarian, libertarian, I want to not appeal to God, so I'm trying to stay away from moral words. I'm sticking to things like harm, utility, harm, benefit, cost. So the last paragraph is I'll usually, like with the drug one, I'll go to logistics. You could go to societal cost, cost versus cost benefit analysis. Beautiful. I ran across alligator gar, went on the water. This a little spooky. You ever caught alligator gar? The way you do it is you get you have a leader, strong leader, good line, because they'll pop your line. They're strong. And your leader, instead of having a hook on it, you just have a piece of yarn, like a 2-foot long piece of yarn. And then you can, if you want, you could dip that yarn in some smelly good stuff, like some fish smelly stuff. You don't even have to though. But you just cast it out like you're fly fishing and you drag the yarn across the water and you try to get that yarn to drag right in front of their face and they'll bite at it. When they bite it, all their razor teeth get caught in the yarn. And because they'll start twisting and thrashing and it'll get all caught up in their mouth. And that's how you get them. Negative caught on an actual alligator hide before though, and he broke a line. We pulled alligators in. Okay, so like a practical societal harm benefit, cost benefit analysis. What did I write down? Besides direct harm to the minimum. Harm to the minimum and volume the cost of all society will outweigh the benefits of legal. How much infrastructure? Okay, yeah. Hold on. Legalization does not end illegal prostitution. Second, how much infrastructure would need to be altered in order to provide safe, legal places to work in their new career field? You can snag a gator by the skin with a treble hook and strong rope. Yeah, that's how we would do it. We would we'd get 2 fishing poles. One of them was a big old heavy duty tarpon pole with heavy line and a big strong leader. And we just put a bunch of treble hooks on it. Put like 3 treble hooks on it. And then on the littler pole, we would also just have the same rig, but maybe a little piece of bacon on it. And we'd cast them both out. So the gator's laying out in front of you. You cast them both out. You cast one around his head and one around his back that goes over his back. And it'll land on his back. And usually he won't move. The line will just set down on his back. And then the one in front of your face, you drag them both at about the same speed. And when the one in front of his face with the bacon is dragging across, he'll bite at that one, and then you yank the one on his back at the same time, and he just twists it up. And then you use both poles and you reel him in, and then you get a stick with 2 forks on it. You make like a forked 2-pronged steak thing. Once you get him up on the shore, you just stick that around his neck, and it pins his head to the ground. You don't stick the spikes through him. You just stick it into the dirt. And it pins his head down. You can get on top of him, grab his mouth, duct tape it shut. You got yourself a gator. Escorting. I wonder how libertarian he is. I wonder if he thinks all tax is theft. And is theft, can we use aggression against theft? This is one thing I have to push him on. I have to find out if he thinks, so if he's a utilitarian, non-aggression principle, libertarian type, atheist, is aggression ever justified? And most of the time they're going to say yes if you're hurting someone else. So then I'm going to walk him down the line of how that's going to be inconsistent, because there's going to be some things he's going to want illegal that don't hurt other people. I'll save that question. I'm not going to put that one part in the intro, but I have a good question to demonstrate that. Two questions. One is common. You've probably heard it before. But then another one I haven't heard before. In order to outsell, outprofit, in order to outprofit the illegal market, the legal government taxed market, Bible says, be angry, but do not sin. Are you justifying anger, Marilyn? You should keep reading that. If you're saying that to justify being angry, you should read the rest of that passage, because you're probably taking it out of context. That whole section is about teaching you how to overcome anger, because only a foolish man is angry. An angry man is a murderer. That whole section is telling you how to not be angry anymore. So before, it talks about if you're a thief, you're still going to think about thieving, but keep your hands busy so you don't steal things as much. And slowly you overcome it. If you're a liar, try not to lie. And over time, the Spirit will make you not be a liar anymore. If you're angry, be angry, but don't act on it. And over time, you can take the spirit of Satan away from you and not be angry anymore. That verse doesn't justify being angry. It's telling you how to overcome anger. That's a boom right there. Because I listened to him and Emmett talk about this, and this is one of his arguments that he's going to make. And I'm going to shut that down right there. We should legalize it, but we should just shame the people who do it. Okay. You think that's what happens when you legalize something that was illegal before? That it gets more shamed once we make it legal? Yeah, that's how that works. Okay. Law enforcement would be divided. This is a boom to a libertarian. I hope he catches this. This is a big boom to a libertarian. They think legalizing things like drugs and prostitution is going to create less government overreach, less government spending, less government getting involved in my life. No, 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 no. When you legalize drugs, you bring in tax money to start whole new 3-letter agencies dedicated to drugs, whole new arms of law enforcement, whole new branches of the judicial system just to deal with the drugs and the regulation and the infrastructure and the court precedents and the filings and everything. You create a whole new branch of government that they're going to take the profit, the tax money profit from the drugs or the prostitution, and they're going to make more government power to control and regulate this industry. It becomes a government industry. It becomes a protected right. It becomes, we have to protect our right to fuck hookers. We have to protect our right to smoke meth. And by doing the way we do that is we pay taxes on this so that the government can make sure our rights are protected. Good job, libertarians. You're retarded. You're doing the absolute opposite of what you want to do by pushing to legalize degeneracy. You're pushing to profit, or the government to profit off of degeneracy. That's what you're pushing for. You don't even realize it. You're a useful idiot. All that goes for all the libertarians, the ANCAPs, the anarcho-commies, the freaking liberals, the Democrats, the atheists, all of them. The utilitarians, the non-aggression principles, the no harm fallacies. I mean, the no harm principles. And at the risk of being bad faith, I'm going into this being totally Unitarian. Do no harm, no aggression. Somehow that's supposed to work. Here's what I say, and then he's gonna say, well, that's inconsistent. Here's why. And I'm gonna say, well, it's inconsistent for you too. Here's why. It almost seems like this is a stupid worldview that you got here. Whether I argue to legalize it or make it illegal, it doesn't matter because it just comes down to preferences and what you like better. I like it better if prostitution isn't illegal. You like it better if it is legal. There's got to be something more than that. But my pragmatic utilitarian argument I might want to add a little more here. I could probably think of a few more things. Think of a few more things. Think of a few more things. We're at 1,037. That's about 6.5 minutes. So I could get it to 8. Sorry, guys. I'm thinking, what can we watch? Sorry. Trying to get this done. It's still a little too short. I need one more paragraph. That last paragraph's not going to. Wally and Kinetic Kell debating, should we abolish NATO? I can't wait to hear what Kinetic Kell has to say about NATO. Man, when I want to know about geopolitics and world peace treaties and trade organizations and nuclear weapons, I go to Kinetic Kell. That's who I want to hear a debate from. What are you doing, Wally? Come on. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. Where's the one about the food stamp thieves? That makes every idea I come up with seem like it should be someone else's idea. I'm more comfortable being angry than sad. "25 people dead after Hurricane Melissa hit the Caribbean." Oh, are they doing it? Are they starting the looting? So the food stamps are running out, so they're talking about they're going to start looting. Probably just won't use the whole 10 minutes. I think Easy expects most people aren't going to use the full 10 minutes. Talked about the law, talked about the infrastructure, talked about the moral and ethical, societal, cultural. Uh-oh. Last cigarette. And this paragraph needs to be a little bigger. Nah, I guess it covers everything. Okay. Just need the little conclusion paragraph. I need one paragraph left.
for sponsoring this video.
An Irvine businessman says he was robbed of his $600,000 watch.
The guy with the black hoodie, he tried to do something with his gun. His gun got jammed like twice.
So as California continues its journey down the progressive path of destruction, the law-abiding are running out of time. And they're now being followed from their jobs and from their homes by criminals looking to get paid. Yet while this is happening, scammers are taking over street corners, if those corners aren't already being used as places of refuge for the homeless. And as you're about to see, this entire place is headed in the wrong direction all at once.
The victims, the three men were waiting in a parking garage. He opened the door to his Bentley and they surrounded him with guns drawn.
It was a chaotic scene outside the Abbey Food and Bar in West Hollywood Friday night. You see food carts abandoned on the sidewalk. It was in response to community members' complaints about pickpocketing and criminal activity from street vendors.
So many homeless over the past year have been putting themselves on the streets in front of our apartments. We've been getting threatened.
He says numerous reports have been made to the city and that crews have come out to clean the area, but he says the homeless camps then returned.
I got the phone call at 6 a.m. in the morning by the manager. The manager said, your car got stolen. It's amazing how they get the car started. I have my keys, right? I have two of my keys. Here's the key.
Every time people have been trying to pass by, they just really couldn't.
People who live and work near Avalon Boulevard in South LA say this homeless encampment has become dangerous.
Sorry, I know this is rude.
Totally fine.
What is this?
So while all that's going on, look at this. A group of Colombian criminals drilled into a jewelry store, stole $1 million worth of stuff. And what nobody's talking about is, well, this type of crime might seem totally bizarre to most of America. In California, it's just another day at the office. Business as usual in America's largest sanctuary state, which has made itself a magnet for mayhem as criminals from all across the globe, already here illegally, hunker down in California for protection. Protection that doesn't just stop local officials from working with ICE, but also extends to bad guys of all backgrounds, including legal residents who are released from California's revolving door jails again and again after they commit crimes that used to result in actual consequences, but now do nothing more than train budding thugs while they plunder the law-abiding, earning a master's degree in criminal activity before they even turn 18 years old. And with the state's defunded sanctuary police totally overwhelmed by this crime tsunami, the only thing the bad guys are worried about here is attempting to rob someone a different group of criminals got to first. Which explains the real reason we're seeing such brazen tactics from the bad guys. There's so much crime going on here that if criminals don't move fast, they'll be last. And who do you think suffers from all this? Well, that would be the law-abiding. Businesses that get robbed so often, shutting down permanently seems like a smart move. And the law-abiding citizens who can't even walk down the street or leave their office before masked thugs gang up on them. But as you're about to see, even a business that manages to recover from one of these insane robberies, well, they're still probably doomed.
In a massive robbery at a jewelry shop in Los Angeles, burglars tunneling through the walls of the business next door to get at the store's safe. And then police say the thieves disabled the store's alarm system and cameras so they wouldn't be detected. The owners told NBC Los Angeles they estimate about $500,000 in jewelry and property were stolen.
What do you think is going to happen to that store if it ever reopens? What's going to happen? They're going to stock it with new inventory, get all new stuff, let all their customers know they're back? Well, the criminals are going to find out they're back, and then they're going to come back. And we know thieves robbed this place after staking it out as they knew where the safe was and how to open it. But there's another angle to this whole crime in California thing that nobody running this place wants to talk about.
Inside this vehicle under arrest, accused of being a part of an international crime operation, traveling to the U.S. to commit burglaries, camouflaging cameras in plants, and using Wi-Fi signal jammers to target homes. Officials tonight saying those 4 men are Colombian nationals and traveled to the U.S. to engage in what authorities now call burglary tourism.
So you've now got people who are essentially criminal tourists. They come to California specifically to plunder it and get away with whatever it is they just did. And the only way to get such insane levels of lawlessness in a place like this is if you go out of your way to help criminals. And in a place where criminals are the victims, what you're about to see should surprise no one. Have you ever finished reading a news story and wondered to yourself, is that really what happened? Because in our insta-news world, it's very easy to get caught in a bubble where you're only being bombarded with one side of a story. I recently discovered this awesome app and website called Ground News. They gather over 50,000 news sources from all over the world and show it in one place. They show you bias rating, factuality, and even ownership for each source that covers a story. Let's take the story of Illinois suing the Trump administration over National Guard deployments to Chicago. We can see that it was covered by over 550 sources. But if you read only the left-leaning sources from MSNBC, they'll tell you that the troop deployment is totally unlawful. But as you can see on the little chart here, they've also got a mixed factuality rating, while WSRP, a high factuality source from the right, shows this same information without the spin and calls it what it is, a challenge to President Trump's plan. And that's why I started using Ground News. They're a great bipartisan source to find truth. Ground News also doesn't have any ads or greedy corporations funding them, just to make sure they stay impartial. Make sure to support them and subscribe by going to ground.news/cash. You'll get 40% off their Vantage plan, which is the same plan I use. You can also scan this QR code right up here on the screen. The link below will also be in the video description. Now let's get back to the video.
Someone pulled it on someone tried to tackle a nice lady. It's happened in front of my house.
The target turned out to be a retired professional fighter who was out for a walk with his girlfriend. That retired fighter didn't want to show his face, but he spoke exclusively with NBC4.
A small black sedan pulled up, guy jumped out with a gun, came at me and attacked me.
Wow.
I was able to disarm him and take the gun from him. I had him pinned down. He was trying to get up.
No, wait! We're not letting him go!
Wow. So this criminal who is being pinned to the ground here jumped out of a car and tried to rob the wrong person. But this is happening all the time in California. You got people that are targeting specific individuals or see something on someone's wrist and just decide that they're going to strike, revealing that this wasn't some sort of random crime. This was planned out ahead of time. There were multiple people involved. There was a car with a driver. There were people who were supposed to get out and steal something. These are premeditated heists. And some of the watches these people are wearing are incredibly expensive.
Richard Mill,
Sorry, guys. I know I'm not talking. I'm trying to get done writing this. I'm on the last paragraph. So I say a sentence, and then we repeat our three main points, and then a little close-up. And the close-up's got to hit. The close-up's got to hit. I already know where I'm going with the close-up, with the wrap-up. Are you working on any more characters? No, not really. Not really. I gotta get to bed soon. religious cult to join. What the? There aren't horse. What? This frog knows the water temperature is getting turned up. I've got my tadpoles and skedaddle. I gotta get my tadpoles and skedaddle. Ugh. Okay. I don't know, Auntie. I don't know. Should I put that up here, maybe? I think this will be another last paragraph. Okay, I think I'm done. $1,300. Good. That's like 9 minutes. It's like 8.5, 9 minutes. Perfect. Perfect. Everyone is just joshing around. What am I doing? I'm writing my debate opening. I just finished it. Yeah. All right. Just going through doing all the grammar checks. Hoery. I don't know if hoery is a word, but I wrote it. It's got a red scribble under it. Okay. Now I just have to read through it, time it. And then when I read through it a couple times, I'll make a couple minor changes, but I'll do that off of here. Next debate is Tuesday. This coming Tuesday. And it's about legalization of prostitution. Legalizing prostitution. I say no. Okay, and that's written. I think I'm gonna head out, guys. I got this done writing. I'm done writing this. So now all I have to do is read it. I usually read it and record it to time it, and then I listen to it a few times. And as I listen to it, I make minor changes just in the wording or like the sentence structure of some parts to make it flow better. And then once I listen to it a few times and say it a couple times, then I'm pretty much ready, because then I can just kind of read it, but I also know what it says. Could replace with debauchery. I wonder if I use the word debauchery. But I'm gonna go. Is there anybody else that's live right now? It was just a boring stream. I had to write this, so I figured if I'm sitting here, I'd stop in and say hi, because we've missed a couple days. I didn't put it in the Discord or anything. So if you're here, you got your notifications turned on, or you saw me in your algorithm, but I didn't post this nowhere. I figured, nah. Enjoy your rest. I'm gonna probably go to Jim Bob's. Rob raid. Who we raid last time? I think we raided Jim Bob last time. Let's raid Grid 1. We'll raid Grid 1 after a Bible stream when maybe there's a few more people, because it's only a couple people. Well, I don't know. It's flip a coin. We'll go to Rob. I searched the channel to see if I was right live. Oh, cool. All right, guys. This is written. I'm going to read it when I get off here. record it on my phone, and then I'm going to bed. God bless you guys. Have